Very easy first. No one thought there was going to be a stream today. Oh, but we're coming in. Infamous president. Okay. Oh, hey. Hey. Hey, first, Raul. Saturday streams becoming a thing? No. Just I'm very, very excited about OCAML. So we're going to do a short quickie and get some OCAML learning in. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I love you. Whoopsies. Experience the Windows sound. Hey, thank you very much. Inception. I'll owe your camel. Please do, Daddy. Okay, that's all I've ever wanted. I've tried to ask my wife to do that, and she said no. Apparently, functional programming, virginity, all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I'm willing to go deep, lose this virginity.
Welcome to Costco.
Thank you very much, Pain Blanc. Finally, I've been waiting for OCAML streams for so long. We did it yesterday. I'm feeling pretty well. Hey, dude, just hello. Is OCAML an animal? It's OCAML without the E.
Welcome to Costco.
Twitch broken. Sending me weekday notifications. You mean weekend? Maybe you're the one that's broken. Okay. Hey.
Welcome to
T.
Costco.
Variel. Thank you very much, baby. You're also live. Oh. Crazy Flip. Tier 1. Thank you. Haskell or OCAML? I think it's very obvious. I think this question is not even a real question. Yesterday was YouTube only. How was your experience streaming on YouTube only? It was okay. It was fun. We had a good amount of people there. I think we reached a maximum of like 1,300 people. Very cool.
I love you.
I mostly installed OCAML and got some basic idea of how it's going. Sergio, thank you very much for that brand new Twitch Prime. Let's go. And 03 Juan. Thank you very much for that. Hi. Hey. Academic language, Haskell. Yeah, I want a real one. I started learning Rust because of you. Nice. Well, there's always OCAML. Why OCAML? So I've been trying to think about this and I've been trying to think about how to really, what is the proper way to What is the proper way to think about programming languages and their usefulness? Hold on just 1 second. There we go. And so I've been thinking a lot about this, right? So what is the proper way? What makes a good language? Why? So why OCAML? Because of TJ. TJ is a huge motivator for it. Thank you, Chell Jessen. I appreciate that. But why OCAML? Why not just go to, say, Go? Go is very useful language. You can get a lot done. OMG, Saturday stream. Why not just stick with Rust? So here's the deal. I've built a lot of things with Rust. And Rust is a great language. Hey, Coding Guard fan, thank you. But there's one really big problem with Rust. Well, there's two really big problems with Rust. The first big problem with Rust is that a lot of projects, when you get into the real world, require such intense thought about what you're building.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
And when you goof up, it really requires like a pretty deep rethinking. And so that always I just find it like it's great. I love programming in Rust. I love the type system. It's just, it can be a pretty big pain in the ass. OCAML, on the other hand, you get almost all of Rust features, if not more. And you get it with a garbage collector. And with the new OCAML coming out in 05, or with 5.0, you can go full lifetime, right? So you can go and you can lifetime out stuff. You can make it fast AF. It can be amazing. Elm hasn't had a single commit in 2 years to it. And so it's like, it seems like OCAML is not slow. OCAML is like Go speed. And now it's even getting in. They have something like traits. It's like traits. And so, you know what I mean? And so it has that on there. And that's what's really important to me, is that OCAML has a path to becoming super fast with that lifetime stuff. So you're going to get really amazing ability to make the part fast, in which makes sense to make fast. And the rest you can just go.
I love you.
You can just do what you got to do. If you aren't familiar with partial function application currying, it will change your life. So I'm not a huge love of currying. I guess I haven't done a ton of patterns in it, but in JavaScript, it's mostly a pain in the ass to debug. Ramda, pain in the ass. More like Ramda me and the Been banged yet? Sorry, I rephrased it. Anyone banged? No, no one's been banging me. Tangle, thank you very much for that brand new Twitch Prime. Let's go. And Atru. So that's kind of like what I'm thinking about. Thoughts on VLAN? It just seems too undersupported. The reason why I like OCAML is that there's a extremely large, extremely wealthy, highly technical, highly motivated company that is making OCAML good. And so that, of course, is Jane Street, billion-dollar company,
Welcome
and they're
to
only and so Jane Street, billion-dollar high-frequency trader company. They use OCAML to program their FPGAs. They use OCAML to host all their stuff. They go all in on OCAML, and so and they're the ones driving all the changes. They're super into open source. They're super into making the environment really amazing, and so I love that. So I'm like, okay, so this is a language in which is used in production. It's used in embedded, constantly being just like driven nonstop. Oh my goodness, hold on.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
What the hell is that? And are those euros? Why is there a lightning bolt? Why does it go away immediately? Oh my goodness, it's so big that it just goes away immediately. Oh. I'm sorry. Hey, Sprees. Many appreciation, okay? I appreciate the 25 bangs, okay? Thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime Cheddar Spice and everything nice. Dr. Boring Face, brand new. You know, appreciate that. It's Hype Chat. Thoughts on Jane Street? I don't know anything that they do other than they make a ton of money. And they love giving back to open source through the things that benefit them, which is like exactly what a company should do, right? That is perfectly what a company should do. It's the best giving back to open source you can do is put full-time engineers on it. And so they're all into OCAML. You know what I mean? Aline, 1310, let's go. Brand new tier 1, hell yeah. What would you use OCAML for? I'm going to use OCAML for doing, because I really wanted to create an amazing, I really wanted to create Prime Stack with Rust. But I've used it so much now at work and stuff that I just don't know how much I'm not in full love with it at all points. I really love it for the CLI. I'm still going to keep on making CLI applications in Rust. But I just want to really make sure I got the right language. You know what I mean? Lunatic, thank you. And Zemius. I use Cockroach. And so I donate to Cockroach. That's good. I think that's good. Honestly. Will you build full stack? That's my goal. Yeah, I'm going to try it out. Netflix is going to use OCAML. I'd like to get OCAML in there. Do you plan on experimenting with Reason? I don't know. I'm not going to try to go too far yet. You know what I mean?
This goes out to the Primagen.
Appreciate that. A-Lim.
Welcome to Costco.
More like A-Team. Thank you very much. Ed Burke Nix. Thank you. Is TJ with you today? TJ's not with me today. We got one more day of going through things. Tomorrow, TJ will be joining on, and we will read about the new OCAML 5 release that is going to be coming out. We're very excited about it. This song is a complete banger. Can anyone tell me that this is not a banger? Oh, my goodness. Oh, back it up. I gotta back that up. I gotta back it up. Gotta back it up. I gotta turn it loud. I gotta back it up. And there's only one thing left to do. There's only one thing left to do when you're feeling something this much, okay? There's only one thing. All right, let's do this. Let's do this, baby boys. Yesterday was OnlyFans. Oh, you know that, baby. Wait a minute. Did you say they run? Yeah, they run it actually on FPGAs. They program their FPGAs with OCAML. Mastodon boys, hell yeah. Thank you,
Welcome to
River
Costco.
Salmon.
I love you.
And Nea Cody. Hey, thank you,
Welcome
Lim.
to
I appreciate
Costco.
that.
I
And
love
our
you.
cast 10. Thank you, too. What is this?
Welcome to Costco.
Breeze, thank you for
I
the
love
25 bees. Euro bees, okay? They're a little different. I'm not exactly sure if they're thicker
Welcome to
or
Costco.
thinner.
I love you.
I don't really know what to do with them, but I can't wait for it to be on me. Your friendly neighborhood robot's favorite dev streamer. Keep up the solid content, and I'll give you $5 a month. All right.
Welcome to Costco.
Hey, thank you. Oh my goodness, hold
love
on. Did
you.
I just see? Look at this. Ban Evader coming in. Thank you, Ban Evader. You're evading this ban with a Prime Keyboard Magic fan. Let's go. Hello, Prime. Do you know of any package manager like Cargo for Ziglang? They are producing one. Oh my goodness, Silverhairs. Thank you for the 10 bangers. Let's go.
I'm giving
Oh,
you
who's...
it all.
Okay, Chelstastic, you didn't have to do that. You know I appreciate you being around here. Okay? You know this. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Love you, Prime. Hey, love you too. Can't wait till I find out about Rho, polymorphism, and OCAML's Hindley Milner. Nice. I had no idea I was about to get banned. I just made an account to attach to my Prime. Well, hey, many appreciation. I didn't realize you're evading bans left and right, just dodging them. It is weird to have a ban evader account that's also hooked up to Twitch Prime. My guess is you're in a VPN. Holy cow. Okay, what is this? Okay, are these are new, right? Chelstastic, should I, like, do you ban people that do this? How do I use this feature? Thank you very much. How do I, like, see it? Dude, Standard
Welcome
Robot,
to
thank you so
Costco.
much.
I love
Since
you.
when does this exist on Twitch? I don't even know how it works. Yes, those are new. You should make some YouTube tutorials. I will not make YouTube tutorials. They did steal Super Chat. Those are Super Chats for sure. Those are like, I know they're like Super Chats. But they're semi-inconvenient. Oh my goodness, what is this? Well, thank
Welcome
you.
to Costco.
Thank you.
I
Look at
love
this. I
you.
can even see it. Hosiolek. I appreciate that. Thank you for following. Look at that. You've been following for such a long time. I love you. Okay, do you love me? Or do you just like, what does this mean? And by the way, do Super Chats affect the hype train level? I love you. I'm just trying to become, oh my
Welcome
goodness.
to Costco.
Oh my goodness. I love you. I'm just
I
trying to
love
become
you.
a keyboard-only magician. Nice. That's a good place to be. Hey, Naskasi, thank you very much. And Silverhairs, thank you for the 6 boners. So, Silverhairs, you didn't show up here. Silverhairs, what happened? Silverhairs, why aren't you up here, Silverhair? Dude, is it because you didn't do a multiple of 5?
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
No. Is it a multiple of 5? Is that what we're seeing right here? No. Holy shit! That is a multiple of 5. Okay, whoa. I don't know what this
Welcome
hype
to
chat is,
Costco.
but this is not
I
normal.
love you.
Okay, this is not normal.
Welcome to Costco.
This is not normal.
I love you.
Okay, this is a little unusual, and I'm having some quivering. I'm quavering. Thank you for the tier 3, Chelstastic. You didn't have to give me. I didn't realize you were in America's hat, Chelstastic. Well, thank you. Did you know that Chelstastic? Did you know that Bash Bunny's also in America's hat? And I think Melky used to be in the hat, but now he's in like Washington or something. Washington. So, thank you. I didn't. Yeah. So Bash Bunny is still there. Shy Ryan's there.
Welcome to
Thank you,
Costco.
Tempest. Thank you
I
very
love
much.
you.
What does this button do, dude? What the hell is this? Okay, so this is super unusual. Thank you for everyone that's given this. Prindios. I don't have any alerts. I don't know how to set up alert for it, but I will set up TTS when I can. Okay. What's America's hat? Canada. Dude started streaming with 3 times the money I get for a weekend shift. Nice. Oh, thank you. Well, start crushing some butt, buddy. You got this. I believe in you. Okay, this is super. This is just unusual, okay? A new feature just dropped, and people are excited about it, okay? That's all that's happening right now. Again, Shellstastic, Sprees. Dude, I can't even remember all the Standard Robot. Thank you. It's a Hoylik. Thank you very much. Dude, Sprees. You're changing currencies. Oh, no, that's a different Sprees. Oh, my goodness, I got bamboozled. It's Sprees 2. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And of course, Falco, thank you for that. Dude, thank you. Yeah, apparently it does have 70-30 split. I don't know how it works. OCAML, it's incredible. Let's bring it to the top. I'm very excited about it. Carbonator, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1. Hugely meaningful. Appreciate that. OCAML, my camel. Let's go. Okay, so this is really unusual. Thank you so much for all this. Okay, I don't even know what these are. I think those are rupees. Thank you for the rupees. 100 bangers. Let's go. Okay, guys, I'm feeling a little. Am I in the asshole now? Thank you for all of those. I genuinely, from YouTube to Twitch, for $5 a month. Thank you very much for that. Doubloons. It's doubloons? All right, are you guys ready to do this? You guys ready to do this? I'm ready to do this. Making him go giggity. You know I'm going giggity. Dude got his monthly wage in one day. Let's go. Hell yeah. Giggity, giggity. I think many Jane Street employees just joined in. All I know is many Jane Street. Hey, if there is a Jane Street employee out there, I just want to say thank you. You're making me excited about OCAML because you're pushing it, you're supporting it, and to me that is worth an enormous amount to the ecosystem. Okay, that's what makes me want to get into OCAML is seeing corporate support behind it because I know that means you got real man hours crushing ass on it, and I love to see that. Danny Ray, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good job, Jane Street. And high frequency trading is pretty cool. Like, it's a pretty cool concept. I've always wanted, I tried to build something like that on the Bitcoins back in the day, and it's really hard. I lost all my money. I tried though, okay? I tried and just lost money. You know what I mean? Do an Airbnb cologne with that. I don't want to do that. Thank you for those 500. And I don't know what this R is, so I don't know the difference between these R's that are showing up. Adding more currencies to see what this feature breaks. Oh, thank you. I don't know what those R's are, but I appreciate it. OCAML crushing ass, she said. Yeah. Why OCAML specifically? I've already went over it quite a few times. I'll make a video about it. I'm going to do 2 weeks of OCAML, release a video main channel. I tried and lost money. My favorite sentence. Yep. You know, we all got to do it. I lost thousands of dollars, but I really wanted to try to build a high-frequency trader, or I thought I could do it. Turns out I'm really good at buying high and selling low. Like, I'm amazing at it. I'm amazing. Holy cow. Okay, DeFi you didn't have to do that. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. This is true. Oh, I'm good at that too. You're good at that too? Yeah, it turns out I'm like the Warren Buffering of trading, except the inverse. I'm like Jim Cramer. I'm pretty much the Jim Cramer of stock advice. You want some stock advice? Come to Jim Cramer 2.0 right here, okay? I can help you lose money even more intensely. Dude, again, thank you so much for all this. This isn't crazy. It's a back-end lang. Yeah, OCAML's 27 years old. Why is it interesting now? A lot of support. People are getting hyped about it. Every dev that has 2 weeks of I'll be the first one to figure out the market. It all ends the same way every time. I've lost it all. Hey, thank you. Oh, dude, Defy Us All. I can't believe you did that. I didn't even see this one. This one didn't even show up. Oh, yeah, it did. OCAML, let's go. Weird. I can't tell why some are showing up and some aren't, because obviously this one definitely deserves to show up. Defy Us All, thank you. Erlang is 30 years old. Hype. I don't know if anyone really thinks Erlang's that cool, though. There we go. I figured if I refreshed it, it might show up. You know, the thing about Erlang is that it's also not that cool. You know what I mean? Is OCAML to be typed while riding on a camel? Absolutely. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Silva Costa. Is there some specific project you want to make? Not yet. I'm going to get there. Erlang doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Erlang is actually used. Is it? Do typed racket after camel. No, I'm not. I'm trying not to explore. I don't want to just be an all language Andy. I actually want to find my next language I want to dive into for like 2 years. Right? And really get it. And I've been wanting to do a functional one at some point, but I've been very hesitant. I don't want to do the typeless version of, I don't want to do Elixir because of the types. I want a good type system. I'm a type Andy, okay? I just am. I like types. I've done enough without it. I don't want to do it again. You know what I mean? I don't want to do anything on the JVM. I don't want to do anything with Microsoft or JVM. And I don't want to do something that is Haskell. Is that pretty fair? And Elm hasn't been committed to in 2 years. So I don't want to do Elm, right? So pretty typed racket sounds like a great fit. It just doesn't have the same support. OCAML, basically, yeah. The name is ThePrimeagen. Yeah, exactly. Swift, but the problem with Swift is, is there like Swift core? Can you just run Swift on Unix or on Linux?
Welcome to Costco.
Or is it like one of these things where you can only use it on a Mac OS? Because that's like, Objective-C is really hard to do anything outside of what's it called? Of Xcode. You know what I mean? And that sucks. Hey, Till okay, thank you very much. Are you over Rust? Well, the foundation really, I'm having a really hard time. Swift is yucky, so yucky, but to be frank, it's Xcode. See, the thing is I would never program a language that requires me to use Xcode. In all fairness, I will never use a language that requires me to use Xcode. Okay? Why not Haskell, though? I want a language that's useful. Elixir, no types. You said the foundation and then stop talking about Rust. Yeah, Papa Bear.
Welcome to Costco.
Thank you, Papa Bear. I just have this problem. I'm not going to lie to you. I just don't think I can get along with the people running the Rust Foundation or high up in the Rust leadership, or some of them. Some of them seem nice. Like, I don't know, but it's just like,
is intelligent.
They're just not my crowd. I'm more of a blue-collar kind of guy. I grew up in the blue-collar world. I feel like I get along better with construction workers than academics. And so I just have this problem. You know what I mean? It just feels annoying. You know what I mean? The vibes are off. The vibes are off. You wanna do that. All foundation are trash. Yeah. Well, I mean, some foundations exist and they're okay. They can be okay. Why not Haskell? No Haskell, please. I want something useful. Well, just shit on construction workers. In fact, just the opposite. I said I prefer to hang out with construction workers over academics. I literally did the exact opposite of what you just said. Unshit on them. Because I like people that just live normal lives. That just do normal things. I'm a normal kind of guy. I don't do a lot. You know what I mean? Hey, man. Final years of computer science, feeling very lost. Can I have some words of motivation? Prox, thank you very much. All right, words of motivation. Final year as a student, what can I say to you to make you excited? Well, here's the deal, is that you have been given time at a university to craft your skills over the last 4 or 3 years, hopefully. Maybe you're more like me and it took you a few more years. But academics don't live normal lives. They don't live normal lives. And so, what can I tell you to be excited? Well, very few people in the world can just simply sit down and make whatever they want. Most people don't even have that as an option. They don't have the step-by-step ability to take a problem and turn it into something a computer can do for them.
Welcome to Costco.
And so that is one of the greatest things ever that you have as a skill set. Now, it's totally and 100% up to you to do something with that. And it's an incredible gift to have, and you should most certainly love it, cherish it, and I hope you take it far. But again, at the end of the day, it stops with you. Either you take it, you run with it, or you don't do anything with it. And that's up to you. So but the beautiful part is the future's yours, right? The future's yours, and that's cool. Very few people get that, right? Like, think about like just the mass majority of life ever. You grew up, you started working when you're what, 6, 7? You worked and you did what your dad did your whole life, and you died either in war if you're a dude, or getting warred on if you're a lady, or some awful disease, or old age of like 42, right? Like that's like most of human existence. We live in an amazing place. You got an opportunity, crush it. I hope you do well. Love it. I'm not a Tate guy. I think Andrew Tate's a horrifying person. Andrew Tate takes advantage of women. Even if you don't think he did the whole rape allegations or whatever is going on, he nonetheless talked about tricking women into campsites and doing all this stuff. Horrible person. I would never treat a woman that way. Do not objectify women. I hate porn. I hate objectification. I think it's disgusting, and it's vile, and it's horrifying. So whatever you think he is guilty or not guilty of, I am not on his team, but I totally understand how he can speak to people in the sense of being like, you got it, it's your future, but I don't go about it in this idea of being like, I'm a badass I'm gonna just, I guess what, I related, I this, and I'm just kick ass. I don't need a sweet car. to feel good about myself. You know, I have a beautiful wife. I have amazing children. I live in a house, and I get to stream and do whatever I want to do. There you go. And I believe that I have the ability to make an impact into my future. So if that's red pilled, then I guess I'm red pilled. You know, I don't know what the pills are. All I know is that when I was younger, I took all of the pills. I got in a lot of trouble, dropped out of school quite a few times. No, I need NeoVim to enjoy programming. You know what I mean? If you hate porn, interesting that you stream on Twitch. JK! Common Dr. Disrespect W. Thank you. Yikes. Is this guy even real? Andrew Tate wishes he even knew OCAML. Exactly. Hey, thank you for the Sec Me Daddy units. OCAML is cool. Looking forward to this. Thank you for that. I just want to make sure that it defies all. Thank you. Well, Sec Me Daddy. I appreciate that. So, is there much evidence against it? I don't know anything. No, those videos aren't fake. There's videos that aren't fake. They've been around for a long time. Blah, 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 blah. Right? But real talk, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm not even. I don't know the story. I haven't looked into his stuff. I haven't looked into any of the charges. I know nothing about him other than his old podcast where he just talks about how to get a woman to go onto a campsite. Right? He talks like, you know, did you know? So in the olden days, in the old days. So this is where I diverged from the olden thought. But in the olden thought, rape was considered not as bad as seduction. So seduction is where you effectively bamboozle somebody into believing what you're doing and then take advantage of them. And so there was actually a layers. They would consider effectively defrauding somebody, right? So fraud was considered like the largest, most evil thing you could do. And then the physical crimes would go below that. And so there's, I mean, for most of like human life, that's considered one of the most vile forms. Like Dante's Inferno would put Andrew Tate probably in the 9th ring, right? So the 9th ring is like, you don't want to be in the 9th ring. It's not a good place. But defrauding somebody is a really, like, it's not a good look. So, you don't want to do that. Andy, when will you open up NeoVim? I will. Tom is literally the Jedi side Tate. Wait, what? There's a video of Andrew Tate saying saying Windows is shit OS and Mac OS is superior. I mean, I can agree with him. You can still think the guy's an asshole and agree with phrases that come out of the person's mouth. Physical aggression is much worse. I'm unsure. I have no idea. I think that there'd be an entire generations of people that would disagree with you. And there's entire generations of people that agree with you. Because what is worse? An act of physical aggression or bamboozling someone and taking advantage of their entirety of their life? Right? Like, I don't know. It's hard. That's why I don't stand in the position of God and try to cast down morals. I think they're all awful and evil. We should fully bring to justice people that do that. You know, physical aggression is awful. I agree with you. But there's a lot of shitty things. It's like so hard to measure these things. Like, how do you really measure which one is more shitty, right? I don't know how you say which one's more shitty. I'm just not going to do it. And I'm just going to say they're all awful, and we should all of us should stand against that. How's that?
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Zin, many appreciations. What do you say? No, yeah. Yeah, us girls too. Bottom line, he got minors. Yeah, that's gross. That's horrifyingly gross.
Welcome
I mean, this alone should be very
you.
highly. If you have evidence of this, then it should be, boom, go to. Yeah, of course, atheist all squared. This is not anything. Anyways, do you watch South Park? I used to back in the day. I never heard this way to arguments, but that you know it. But let's see, I kind of agree with it. Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's get started. Nobody's perfect. Yes. I don't believe in unforgiveness. There's a difference between forgiving and judgment, right? You can, like, if somebody were to deeply hurt me, I can still forgive them, but I can still want justice, right? Like, forgiveness is a two-party activity, and it affects people very, very differently. I don't want to mix those things. I don't want to talk about this anymore. You guys get the idea. I do believe in unforgiveness. There's,
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Yeah, even it says in the Bible, there's things that are unforgivable acts. I get that. Let's see. Okay, therapy going on. No, we're jumping out of therapy. We're going to go deep into this. Let's go. Thank you for all the subs. I appreciate that. Let's get going. TB John Doe. Let's go. All right, so Nexel suggested this. Nexel seems like he knows what he's doing. I like Nexel. He's a great guy. He doesn't like when I say soy dev, though. So, sorry, Nexel, for calling everybody a soy dev. I'm going to keep on doing it. But we're going to go with OCAML. Here we go. And he has some good sources about it. So here we go. So let's start reading the guided tour. Nexel. Okay, hey, Nexel. I'm just saying. I'm going to keep saying it, but I appreciate you. That's the thing. You can have incompatible belief systems and still appreciate people. Yeah. Oh, camel, my camel. So I was very appreciative of this. I did a little bit of reading of it, and I was super stoked about this. Oh, because here's the problem: is normally I just try to solve problems in a language I've never used, but when it comes to functional programming, I don't even know how to reason about the syntax yet. So I have to learn like a whole new paradigm. So I think you have to take a different approach here. So let's do a different approach here. This chapter gives an overview of OCaml by walking through a series of small examples that cover most of the major features of the language. This should provide a sense of what OCaml can do without getting too deep into any one topic. You know I like going deep though, baby. There we go. No, OCaml is not a JavaScript framework, okay?
Welcome to Costco.
I love you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Anonymous gifter giving one to Nexel. Well, look at you. Throughout the book, we're going to use base, a more featured and capable replacement of OCaml standard library. We'll also use utop, a shell that lets you type in expressions and evaluate them interactively. Utop is an easier to use version of OCaml standard to top level, which you can start by doing OCaml. Okay, these instructions will assume you're using utop. I wonder why they called it utop, but the ordinary top level should mostly do fine. Okay, before you go any further, I already did all this. Base and core. Base comes along with another yet more extensive standard library replacement. I love that first off, right away, something that really gets me excited about OCaml is focus on the standard. You need a good standard library. Like JavaScript, the problem with JavaScript standard library is there's not really like a place of standardness, right? It's just like each little bit kind of grows individually and just new things kind of get added, like Windows, your standard. Sometimes, like, universal top level. Okay, interesting. Called core. We're going to mostly stick to base, but it's worth understanding the difference between these libraries. Base is designed to be lightweight, portable, and stable while providing all the fundamentals you'll need for a standard library. It comes with a minimum of external dependencies, so base just takes seconds to build and install. Okay. Core extends base in a number of ways. It adds new data structures like heaps, hash sets, and functional queries. Don't even know what that means. It provides types to represent times and time zones. Love it. Well-integrated support for efficient binary serialization. Nice. Love it again. And much more. At the same time, it has many more dependencies and also takes longer to build and will add more to the size of your executables. As a version of base and core used in this book, version 14, core is less portable than base, running only on Unix-like systems. Okay, is there any other? Is there something other than Unix? Right? There's like Pleb OS, commonly referred to as Ubuntu. There's SoyDev OS, which is Mac OS. And then there's Chad OS, which is going to be Arch. And then there's GigaChad, which is Nix, right? Is there anything else? Oh, Temple OS, you're right. Okay, I forgot about Temple OS. Okay, I forgot about Temple OS. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Yeah, no, you're right. Temple OS. You're absolutely right. No, Fedora is something you wear either on top of your head or inside of your head that makes you argue more on the internet. Fedora is not an OS. It's never been an OS. We all know this. All right, core is portable, and core kernel has been deprecated. Given that, we don't use core kernel in this text. Before getting started, make sure you have a working version. Yep, we have it all working. All right, so OCaml as a calculator. Okay, our first step is to open base. Okay, so apparently here, see, like I said, I did a quick moment of this. Exit, let's just exit 0. Make sure we understand it. Utop, there we go, and go open base. Okay, so that, oh, why doesn't that work? Did I not open base here? Unbound module base. Huh? I thought I had everything working here. You weren't based. I'm not based. OPAM install. I know. What do I OPAM install? Oh, do I OPAM install base? Install. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. I didn't OPAM install core and core bench. My bad. Becoming base immediately. Again, back to being base already. Yes. There we go. Nice. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Jane Street right there. Jane Street. I wonder what Jane Street does. Like, I know nothing about high frequency trader other than that's how you lose all your money. Is that what you do for high frequency trading? One of you guys must know. Hey, Rianda, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime. Prompt programmer, welcome. You're the future. I hope you know that, prompt programmer. I don't even know what you're doing here, honestly. Tokyo! ¿Por qué, María?
¿Por qué, María? Oh, María. ¿Por qué ella? Fernando, mi amigo.
All right, there you go. High frequency gambling. That's different. That's Kick. I did offer Kick $1 million in paying me to come over to them. They said
Welcome
no.
to Costco. I
don't think they're gonna hire me. Ing Freeman, thank you very much for the brand new Prime. They use camels to trade. I like that. Are you sure it wasn't Mario? It's me, Mario. How'd I do? What if they offer you to pay? What if you offer to pay them $1 million? Now that's an idea. Now that is an idea. This is the kind of ideas we need. All right. Swikar, thank you very much. Danzen, thank you very much for the follows. I appreciate that. Fix a warning? Well, we don't even have a warning to fix, okay? We don't even have a warning.
It turns on your bad.
I can't believe. Oh no, did I just see that correctly? Hey, thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate that first one, and you just subbed yourself, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Unknown, I cannot believe you've spent 2 days and 13 hours watching me. Fix the warning. I don't have a warning. No. He said my name. Swikar, thank you. Ooh. Chat is cute. Ooh. Okay. Well, thank you for the animus. All right, let's keep on going because I think this should be pretty easy. Oh my goodness, everyone's watch timing. No one gets the watch time. We all watch time. That means nobody gets the watch time. I hope you know that, right? And I can't read chat. ML stands for Metalang. Okay, so here's a bunch of stuff we can do. I already know all this stuff. This makes perfect sense. I'm not going to do any of this. But I did have one question about that. UTOP, open base. I'm so confused. Why isn't that working? What am I missing? I mean, do I need to do base? Package is already installed? I'm super confused.
Welcome to Costco.
I'm actually super confused on this one. Base. You need to do it. Let's see. You need to add another semicolon. 11 days. Isn't the original compiler for Rust? Yeah, the original. Let's see. Open base. Is it lowercase b base? Try require base. Why would I try require base? That don't make no sense. UTOP. Require base. Require expects a string. Sure. Yeah. Okay, I can do that. No such package base. I'm not even based. Okay, open base. Open base. Open based. I don't even get it. What's the error? Unbound module base. Off to a bad start. Hey, that's me. Hey. Env-eval. Oh, you're telling me I need the env-eval. Dude, I seem to do this a lot. So you're telling me to do that. Dang it. I still haven't quite got that one yet. I still don't get it. Let's see. You need to do require base before opening it. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know that. Deprecated Latin, okay. And identifiers, okay. I didn't know that. I don't know these things. Does that mean now I can open base? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Nope. Why is this so hard? Oh. What? Let's see. The quotes. Oh, the quotes? Oh, I did. I had those quotes. I didn't even see that. Those gosh darn quotes. Those gosh darn quotes. There we go. Open base. Okay. Okay, so this does not make it look like an amazing start, okay? This is not like the most impressive start I've seen, okay? I feel like people are going to be judging this now. Malika Malal. Back to TypeScript, please. That's it. Stream's over. No, we're just going to continue on. Okay, so I did want to try this. If I go 3.1, let's see, 1.3, does it do floating point and division for me? Okay, so you have to. So to be able to do floating point division, you have to have floats. Okay. Okay, and so now, is it float to int, right? So I do float to int 3, and that would give me that. Okay. Oh wait, float to int. Wait, no. It's the other way around, right? Int to float 3. Okay. Reinstall OCAML. There we go. Float to int. Is there actually? That's not a real thing. Boy, I love the read the effing moments, man. Yeah, we're just going to move on for now, okay? We're just going to move on because I've definitely done this. I believe I've done all this. I'll re-walk through all that again later. Right now, let's just keep on going. Because I seem to have float, right? Float is a part of part of base, right? So I don't know what's going on. Minutes in, he's doing basic math. The man's unstoppable. All right, so this is all easy. Okay, we already know all of this. We already know all of this. Easy. I already understand all of this. Awesome. After new variable, let's go. No, let's see. Let me just read this just in case. After a new variable is created, the top level tells us the name of the variable X or Y in addition to its type. I love this. Fart of base. Totally base stream right now. You keep scrolling over the init file you need. I need an init file? Is that really it? Can I have one in here? No. So I need to go vim OCAML init. And now I go require base open base. Like that. I mean, that's kind of neat. Deprecated module. Okay, so don't use that module. There's some warnings about some deprecated stuff because we're opening base, so we get everything. Okay, easy. I will look at that. I thought, okay, so I went through it. I must have went through a different one. Watch a Udemy course, Alien Dance. Is this some kind of build config? It must be some kind of build config. Anyways, I think we're good. Don't open base there. Okay, deal. Man, people are like. All right, UTOP, open base. Okay, well, UTOP doesn't like it when I open base, okay? UTOP ain't about me opening the base, okay? This is why I put it over there. Same here. Okay. Should I try? Okay, fine. We'll re-go through the installation, okay? Open top instead. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Okay, install OPM. Okay, so I have OPM. I have already done init. I have already done the switch. We've already eval OPAM environment. We've already installed core UTOP. Setting up UTOP. You should create one of these things. Okay, this is specifically for UTOP. Okay, nice. Look, they're opening base. Hey, they're opening base. Oh, read the manual. Don't put that there. Okay, put that there. What are you saying? Why are you doing this to me? Require core top? Why don't you get on top? I ain't doing no core top. Did you require core top? And, okay, so I didn't do core top. All right, okay, I didn't do core top. I don't know what this is. Added by OPAM user setup for OCAML. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave top find there. All right, UTOP. We're looking good. Someone call Karen in for this. OCAML. Karen, I think we need a round of bans coming in, okay? We got everybody tell me everything I got to do, okay? I got people yelling here, yelling this. You got to use bass. You got to use top. You got to open bass. We got to close bass. Karen, get it out. Yeah, whip it out. All right. Let's go. Watch time. Thank you. All right. So we got this all here. Hold on. Did he change his terminal font? That's fire code right there. I've literally never changed my terminal font. So if that's what you're asking, I have not done that. Okay, so we understand all of this. Note, there are some constraints on what identifiers can be used for variable names. That's right. Punctuation is excluded except for those ones. Okay, I get that. So you can do X prime, but you can't start it off, I don't think. Yep, you can't do a 7. Yep, you can't do kebab case. Awesome. This highlights that variables can't be capitalized, can't begin with numbers, and can't contain dashes. Okay. Dude, look at all the hundreds up there. I know. This is shocking. Trust me. This shouldn't exist. I am shocked by this. Brand new feature drops. People go nuts. Been watching your YouTube videos for a bit. Glad I can catch one of your streams. Nice. So snake case. Yeah, snake case is the way. Arch is the way. Is it? Okay, function and type inference. The let syntax can be used to define functions. Yep. Okay, there we go. Square. I love that they tell. See, I love that part. So if you go let square x equals x times x, I love that you get to see this right here. Okay, it's a function that takes in an int. Boom. Or it's a function that takes in an int and returns an int. I love it. I love it. What do I think of YouTube streaming? It's okay. The name is the ThePrimeagen. ThePrimeagen. All right, so there we go. So this is great. Hey, thank you for the $1.40 American hat money. Shy Rye, going right up there next to the other American hat. We got a little American hat sandwich with some American meat in the middle. Grug Lycanford, yeah. I have no problem with inference when it's done and it's not interesting. YouTube told me we're live, but Twitch didn't. What? I've sent out notifications. Are you in the Discord? Discord's a great place to just get hit with. That's really where I do it. Either Discord or on the twatters. Yeah, okay, that did work. Okay. American Canadian or a Canadian American? I don't know. Gmail told me. Nice.
Welcome
Is
to
boof.
Costco.
Let's get boofed up. I am, but I don't pay that much attention. Okay, yeah. You should be a guest on Dr. K's. He's taking guests from time to time. I know. We've reached out. We've chatted. I would totally be on Dr. K's stream. Unfortunately, it's up to him to choose. We're doing pretty good. Like, as far as size goes, we're doing pretty good as streamers, okay? Tippity top of the tippities, okay? But here's the difference. Is that when you look at me, I'm no Ludwig, okay? Look at that. 0.13% of all people on Twitch that are English speaking are watching me right now. But they're not. But I'm just not. I'm no Ludwig, okay? Okay, that number gets multiplied by 10 when you're a Ludwig, okay? Hey, thank you for the Ram Me Daddies. Come to Brazil. I'd love to go to Brazil. Can it do squirt? I'm from Vietnam. Nice. You are a Ludwig. I'm just a Lud. Okay, I don't even get the wig. Okay. Ludwig. I've watched one of his videos. That's all I know. That's all I know about Ludwig. So I'm not gonna say a bad nonsense about him. All right. Anyways, blah blah. Now we're creating more interesting values like functions. The types got more interesting. Good. Ludwig, one Beethoven. You'll get there. If we get there, we get there. If we don't get there, we don't get there. You know, right now we're having a good time. In the preceding example, also happens to be our first use of methods float of int. Oh, we kind of crossed over something. Okay, there we go. We kind of popped over. Okay, so give me the ratio. Nice. Okay, so float of int. Oh, there's of int, not to, but of. Oh, I love that. Okay, so you can create 2 arguments, do this, bam, 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 takes in 2 ints, returns a float, bam, love it. This is great. Note that in OCAML, function arguments are separated by spaces instead of parentheses and commas, yep, which is more, yeah, I like the Unix style. I actually kind of like it. I could like it. The preceding example also happens to be our first use of modules. What do you mean? Here, float of int refers to of int function contained in the float module. Okay, this is different from what you might expect from an object-oriented language where dot notation is typically used for accessing a method of an object. Note that a module names always start with capital letters. Okay, cool. So modules are kind of like static members of a class. Right? At least this is what it looks like right now. My current use of them is like a static member of a class. Is that fair? Fair? I think that's fair. Class level variable right now. That's all that's what we're sitting at. That's how I kind of draw the conclusions in my mind. I know it's not the same. Please, Haskellers, don't tell me. It's like that. Like meaning not perfect, but similar.
Welcome to Costco.
And thank you, Pixel Hero. Appreciate that. The preceding example also happens to be, okay, we already read that. Modules can also be opened to make their contents available without explicitly qualifying by the module name. Nice. I just learned you can do that with Rust with enums. I didn't know you could do that. Pretty cool. Hey, Pixel, thank you. We did that once already.
Welcome to Costco.
Thank you, Tristan.
I love
74. Oh gosh. Thank you, Tristan. 7472697374616E. Your social security number is really long. Thank you, Eduardo.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Eduardo, thank you. Thank you. Why do I do that? It's fun. I don't know. That's really odd that you would notice that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I always do highlight from that. I always skip the first one. That's like it's an internal thing. Thank you, Eduardo. I appreciate that. All right, so there we go. All right, so you can obviously open float. In continues the expression onwards, right? So this is an expression that becomes part of the scope that does this. I don't really get this float zero business, right? Okay. We use a slightly different syntax for opening a module since we're only opening it in local scope inside the definition of ratio. There's a more concise syntax for local opens you can use here. Okay. Oh, cool. Strange. What's the zero though? What is the zero? Does anyone know what the zero is? Does anyone know what the zero is? Oh, he is? Eduardo knows it? Is God tier? Okay. Oh, it's an O. Wait, is that an O or a zero? Shoot, I can't tell the difference. Shoot. Okay. That is an O. That's an O. That's an O. That is an O. That is not a zero. That is an O. It's a zero. No, it's not. It's an O because here's zero. Here's what I just copied and pasted. I know. You should never. Okay, so float open this right here. Float open scope. Okay. Is a module. Is it a module? Is it a module? Is it? Let's see. Yeah. All right. The notation of the type signature of the multi-argument function may be a little surprising at first, but we'll explain where it comes from when we get to function curring in chapter 2. Okay. For a moment, think of the arrows as separating different arguments from the function with the type after the final arrow. Okay, so int float. Okay, so if we did this, we'd get int float. So let's just grab this bad boy. Let's go in here. Let's paste this. Okay, so you see int float. So this is odd syntax, but this just means int to float. They talk about curring, so I assume that means you can do something like this. Let foo equals ratio 5, right? Oh, I thought you could do something like that. Oh, wait. Am I doing it wrong? I thought it'd be something like that. No? I must have got close. Well, I figured one arg would curry it. 2 args would execute it. 1 arg curries, 2 args executes. Oh, do I not have ratio? I do have ratio. Don't type the let. I didn't type the let. Yeah, see, you need to say what it exists. 1 arg is partial application, yeah. No. Okay, we'll just keep on going. We'll worry about it later. They said they're going to cover it later. We can also write functions that take other functions as arguments. Here's an example of a function that takes 3 arguments, a test function, and 2 integer arguments. The function returns the sum of integers passed into it. Okay, so let sum if true, test first, second. if test first, then first, else 0, plus if test second, then second. Okay, so let me see if I can just write that. All right, so let's go like this. Sum if true, test first, second, equals, then we'll go like this. Is it if? Oh, you do one of these. If test first, and then is it a then? Okay, it is a then. Then first, else 0, plus if test second, then second, else 0. I think that's right. Okay, there you go. So it did infer the types properly. You can see it infer the types. First argument is an int to bool. Second one is an int. Third was an int, and it's expected to return out an int. This is super cool. This is super cool inference, by the way. Like, this is some pretty radical inference going on here. I like UTOP. That's pretty cool inference. Because again, it's not creating types, it's inferring types. Remember, TypeScript, when you don't specify return type, creates a type. It does not infer a type, it creates a type. We already went over this. It's different. It's much different. It's much different. And that's very important. And people don't understand why that's so important. What's the difference? Oh, that. This is the difference. So when we go like this, and I go to here, I created this type called foo out, and I create a function called foo. I didn't type my return. So what does that get compiled to? Well, that gets compiled to this. Oops, not that. It gets compiled to this. You have your type, which you can import. Then you have foo, which is a function that does not. It returns its own separate typing, which means that you won't realize that thing's a foo out. So the only way to properly do this is to type your returns. It's the same. I understand it's the same. That's not obvious when the type's big. Okay? This is obviously extremely simple to see when the type is small and the example's a singular function with a singular type. Duh. Stop being so lame. Imagine a project with 10,000 lines and you trying to sift through what type goes to what type. I always do this. I swear. This is the most annoying part about talking to people. You give them a small example and they're like, that's easy to see. Why would you care? You're like, gosh dang it. Double H-E hockey sticks. Like, don't you know? Can't you understand what the hell's happening? Easier to refactor? No. Harder to refactor when the compiler creates types. Much harder. Much harder. Holy cow. That is also a really bizarre type when people say that. Because if I go like this, boo, blah, blah, well, guess what? Guess what's not airing? Your beautiful foo function. You get to go discover where that thing airs, and guess what the best part is? You don't discover it at the function that produces a foo. You discover it at the consumption of the foo produced from this function when used somewhere else that is expecting a foo out. You have to do a minimal 2-hop difference. Because what you're going to truly have on the other side of this whole thing is the following. You're going to have something that looks like this. Const my foo equals foo, right? And then it's going to be calling into some function that's defined somewhere else, right? Function, some other function, right? That's going to have a foo that's going to be foo out. And guess what? You won't even realize this until here. So then you go, okay, well, who produced this? Oh, you produced this. Okay, who produced that? Oh, this produced it. Why is this wrong? I don't know why it's wrong. Oh, wait a second. It doesn't contain this right here. Isn't this called duck typing? No, it's a little bit different. I mean, it is duck typing, but it is like, it's type generation. It's not type inference. And there's a difference. There's a difference. It's generating a type for you as well. And that's the important part that people don't catch on, is it generates a type for you. This is a wholly different type than foo out, and it works because of duck typing. Okay? So just remember that. It's different. It's different. It's just different. It's different. I feel very strongly about that because as someone who has to refactor and build libraries, it can be a gigantic pain in the ass. Ass pain of the severest form ever. Anyways. Why not further the other way? Can't you extract foo out of the type from foo function? You could, but again, go build some libraries and come back. Honestly, it makes life a lot easier once you can do stuff. Can you try this? No, I'm not going to try to find an imaginary number. Okay, here we go. Is square root, what is it? Float. Squirt, is there a squirt? There you go. It's negative nan. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Oh, that is funny. Okay, anyways. Negative nan for the win. Well, yeah, everyone knows about negative 0. Few people know about negative nan. Negative Nancy. I know, real negative Nancy. Okay, so this is cool because you know what happened here, right? Something a little bit goofy's happened because of this plus sign right here. It's able to infer, because we're using a plus sign, that these have to be ints, but I think that's not always true. So hold on. If we look at the inferred type signature details, we see the first argument's a function that takes an integer, returns a boolean, that it has the remaining 2 arguments that are integers. Here's an example of the function. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Fantastic. Note that the definition of even we used in here in 2 different ways. Once as part of a let binding that separates things being defined from the definition, and once as an equality test we're comparing. Okay, hold on, let me just make sure I understand that. There we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. Type inference. As the types we encounter get more complicated, you might ask yourself how OCAML was able to figure them out. Given we didn't write down any explicit information, OCAML determines the type of the expression using a technique called type inference, by which the type of the expression is inferred from the available type information about the components of the expression. Let's see. As an example, let's walk through the process of inferring the type from sum if true. OCAML requires that both branches of the if statement have the same type of the expression. Okay, so that makes sense. So when you look right here, this has to have this value and this value have to be the same type. This value and this value have to be the same type. So you can kind of infer that they're both ints. Requires first that must be the same type as 0, and so first must be an int. Okay. Second, if test. Okay, has to be an int. Awesome. Test.
Welcome to Costco.
Hey, web error tolerance. Thank you very much. Bring the OCAMLs. Yeah. Anyways, you're looking at OCAML for work. I want to see if it's worth it. Test first is used as a condition of the if expression. So it must be an int because first is an int, and it must return true because it's an expression, right? So it must be a bool. Fantastic. The fact that it returns int implies that the return value of sum if true is an int. Yep. The world would be perfect if we had a non.NET F#.
Welcome to Costco.
Oh, wait.
I love you.
The DC Sherman, thank you very much. All right, together, that nails down all the type variables. Okay, so very cool. Over time, you build a rough intuition of how OCAML inference engine works, which makes it easier to reason through your programs. You can also make it easier to understand the types of a given expression by adding explicit type annotations. I do like that you can add type annotations. To me, this is a huge, amazing feature, right? F# looks easier than F# though. Classic F#. These annotations don't change the behavior of OCAML programs, but they can serve as useful documentation as well as catch unintended type changes. They can also be helpful. Oh my goodness, my beautiful wife's calling me. Hello, beautiful wife. Yeah, hit me. Perfect, thank you. Okay, we did have a specific rule on no dirt bike riding until they're 7. Okay. 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 Cool. All right. Love you. Looks like schooling. Scolding, yeah. Yeah. What is this lovely? This is just Mimo. All right. All right, so here's the annotation version. Awesome. Okay, cool. The above is marked every argument. Okay, fantastic. To the function with this type, with the final annotations. I just realized the music is still really loud from earlier. I like how you guys all hung around, even though the music was raging loud. I know. We had multiple of those. Looks like Hype Chat works. I think people were the music is magnificent. The music was a good volume. It seems like it was a loud one. Okay, we'll turn it up a little bit. Okay, there you go. Okay, we'll meet in the middle. I feel like that is just... That's the thing is, no matter what I do, people complain about it. Okay, my bad. See, it was loud. Wait, you were speaking? Yeah. Yes, I was. Looks like a club instead of OCAML. All right. Yeah, oh yeah, I love Mimo. I listen to a lot of Mimos. All right, inferring generic types. Here we go. Hey, Gavin, thank you very much. Gavin's Greens, let's go. Sometimes there isn't enough.
Welcome to Costco.
Did I miss one? Gospel of Goose. Thank you for the 10 months. Truly a baby-making month. See, people always think 9 months is it. If you do 40 weeks, that ain't 9 months, you know? People often not realize that. You know what I mean? All right, generic type. Sometimes there isn't enough information to fully determine the concrete type of a given value. Consider this function. If first if true, test xy. If test x, then x, else y. Ah, look at that. Cool. Let's try this out. Let's try it out. Look at that. Look at this type. It's a type A prime that A prime to Boolean that takes in an A prime, that takes in a second A prime and returns an A prime. That's kind of cool, right? Okay. So if first if true takes an argument of a function test and two values x, y, where x would be returned if test x evaluates to true, y otherwise. So what's the type of x argument? Hey, thank you, Papa Prozac. Thank you very much. It's called a type parameter. I know. It's right. We're about to get there. We're reading on it, dog. So what's the type of x argument at first if true? Well, there's no obvious clues to such arithmetic operators or literals to narrow it down.
Welcome
hey,
to
thank
Costco.
You very much, Exceller Leon. Yeah. That makes it seem like the first if true would work on values of any type. It does, my guess. Indeed, if we look at the type returned by the top level, we see that rather than choose a single concrete type, OCaml has introduced a type variable, prime A. To express that the type is generic. You can tell it's a type by type variable by the leading single quote type mark. Okay. Or I added an extra type in there. In particular, let's see, caught your YouTube video channel. Hey, awesome. Well, welcome. Thank you. A prime A, yeah. A PrimeaGen. All right, you can tell it's a type. Okay, we already did that, which means that the test is a one argument function whose return value is Boolean and whose argument could be of any type A prime or prime A, PrimeaGen. But whatever type this is, what do you call this? When you have a tick in front of it, what do you call it? How do I say this? Tick A? Is it tick A or prime A? Tick A or prime A? Tick A. Okay. Prima generic. Just A. Generic A. Tick A, generic A. I just say an A. Okay. Tequila A. Tequila! I always think of Jim Brewer when I hear tequila. Do you guys know the Jim Brewer stand-up about tequila? If you don't, it's hilarious. It has to be the same. I call it B. Oh, interesting. Let's see, but whatever type A is, it's, let's see. Okay, so... Tres commas. Ooh, it's tres tiques. But whatever type tique is, it has to be the same as the type of the other two arguments, x and y, and of the return value first if true. This kind of genericity is called paramic polymorphism because it works by parameterizing the type in question with type variables. It is very similar to generics in C#. In other words, this is pretty neat. This is pretty cool. I like this. It's like function generics effectively. Prime is becoming a functional Andy. Disgusting. You know you want to be a functional Andy with me because the type of first if true is generic. We can write. Hey, thank you for the tier 1. Neat. That would kind of tick me off. Nice. Okay. So let's do this. Long string. I like this. Okay, let long string equals, right, how do you do that? String dot length? Okay, string dot length of S is greater than 6. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Perfect. First string if true. Okay, so I should be able to go like this. I should be able to go first if true, tab. So I should be able to go like this. Long string, short, right? And a long me daddy, right? And that should return out long me daddy. Fantastic. Awesome. Okay. So that means we should also be able to do big number. I let, there we go. Oh man, my control W doesn't work, which drives me insane. Big num, right? X. Because you can do like control jumping.
Welcome to Costco.
X is greater than 3. There we go. We got that one. So that means I should be able to do the following. Let's see. So let's go. What is that? Big num 2. Let's go. What is it? 6. So that should do 6. And if I did 7 right here, it should do 7. Fantastic. And I guess the trick here is that if I went like this, and then instead of passing in strings, I passed in, say, a 6 and a 7, it should fail because the type inference can say that this shouldn't exist because the first argument should take in a type, it should take in a tick A, and the second and third argument should be of type tick A. There you go. Yep. This expression has a type int, but the expression was of type string. Okay. So there you go. So we were able to kind of catch how this thing works. That's super cool. Good intuition. Yeah. That seems right. That seems like you should be able to do that. Oh, there you go. Ha! Got him. Both long string and big number are functions, and each passed first if true. Inference collects constraints on the types. Yeah, pretty neat. 2 other arguments in the appropriate type. Strings in the first example, and integer second, but we can't mix. Yep, we can't mix and match them. That makes sense. In this example, big number requires tick A to be instantiated as int, whereas short and long require to be a string. Okay, yeah. Type errors versus exceptions. There's a big difference in OCAML between errors that are caught at compile time and those that are caught at runtime. It's better to catch errors as early as possible in development process, and compilation is the best time of all. Completely agree. Any public playlist for the music? Yeah, this is just Mimo, Podcast 39. Working in the, literally type MIMO Podcast 39 into YouTube. Working on the top. Oh, dude, I always quit listening to one of her podcasts at a certain point.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
And yesterday I stepped out and it went past that point because I don't really like the music beyond a certain point. But then it turns out it gets awesome at some point. It's like right after this part. See, I don't like the intensity of it. You know what I mean? That's why I always stop. Our compile time errors because, so I like this. Okay. Let's see. Working in top levels somewhat obscures the difference between runtime and compile time errors, but the difference is still there. Generally, type errors is like this. Okay, yep. Compile time errors. Yep, this makes perfect sense. The distinction. Let's see, hold on. Whereas errors that can't be caught are by the type system, like division by 0, lead to runtime exceptions. Okay. The distinction here is that type errors will stop you whether or not the offending code is ever actually executed. Merely defining add potato is an error, whereas is a multiple only fails when it's called, and then only when it's called with an input that triggers the exception. Okay. Can't be caught by the type system. Skill issue. Dang. Who uses OCAML? Jane Street. I know it's the biggest one. And apparently Eduardo. Obj magic. Tuples, lists, options, and pattern matching. Okay. Tuples. So far, we've encountered a handful of basics. Oopsies. Encountered a handful of basic types like int, float, string, as well as function. Yep. But we haven't talked about any data structures. Okay. I'm impressed by UTOP. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice for what it is. It's pretty fantastic. We'll start by looking at a particularly simple data structure. The tuple. A tuple is an ordered collection of values that can each be a different type. You can create a tuple by joining values together with a comma. Okay. Cool. That makes sense. Oh, is this how you define them? Int star string. Okay. Int star string. Perfect. Another tuple. Okay. Oh, tuple. Lamau. That's a tuple. Okay, cool. I didn't realize this is the type. Okay, so that's the type definition. Bad syntax, by the way. What's bad syntax? I mean, this makes perfect sense as a tuple. You're saying the type definition as instar string? Yeah, I could buy that. Seems weird. Yeah, instar string star float. Okay, I buy that. It's a little strange. I can get used to it though. I guess since I don't have really a placeholder for what tuples should be like, why not? Smoothie Poppy, thank you very much. It's a product. Yeah. That's kind of what I think in my head, but it's not really a product, right? It's a product type. Well, product in my head is like more squaring involved, whereas this doesn't feel very square. This feels very unsquare. It's the Cartesian product. Is it the Cartesian product? Oh, category theory. Okay, so what you're trying to say is this where all the Haskellers come in? Is this Haskellers going in? Yeah, the permutations. Yeah, I get it. It's the possibility of all ints with the possibility of all strings is what you're trying to say. This is math. Exactly. It's a product. Okay. Well, category theory. All right. And one type S. In other words, it's the Cartesian product of the two types in which why we use the stars. Okay, cool. You can extract the components of a tuple using OCAML's pattern matching syntax shown below. Okay, cool. I like it. I like it a lot. XY on the left-hand side. Okay, cool. Cool. I like it. Note that the same syntax is used for both constructing and for pattern matching on tuples. A pattern matching can also show up in function arguments. Here's a function computing the distance between 2 points on a plane, where each point is represented as a pair of floats. The pattern matching, okay. Very cool. Okay. I like that. Wait, what's the double star here? What's double star? Did they go over that way up here? I'm pretty sure OCAML is a calculator. Did I miss that? Pow. Okay, it's the power. It's power of float because it's the power of the float. Okay, so that's a powerful float is what you're trying to tell me. Getting that F power in there, huh? Okay. I hear ya. Jeez. Okay. Oh, yeah. Cool. This is just the first taste of pattern matching. Pattern matching is a pervasive tool in OCAML, and as you see it, it's surprisingly powerful. Yeah. I love the idea of pattern matching in the sense that pattern matching, you can solve problems with syntax. So I don't know how to do it yet in OCAML. Dude, G, okay, shut up. But like in what's called in Rust my balls. There's this really cool thing you can do, which I think is just super cool. So if I had the following, let items equals a vec 1, 2, 3, right? I can do something like this. I can match, and there's a way to do. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just think for a second. I can go items. Let's see. How? Dang it. How do I do this? I do.
So what you gotta do? Forever be a friend.
Dang it. I haven't been playing with Rust enough to remember how to do this. You can get first and last, right? Which is one good. I mean, you can technically go items first, right? Items last, right? And then you can jump in here and you can get that, right? You can do that kind of stuff. I really do like that, where you're getting the first and the last. But I swear there's other ways you could do that. Lost Rust brain cells, yeah. I mean, I do like this. I never use this type of pattern matching to solve problems often. You know what I mean? Like, you could imagine a situation where you want this, right? I like that. It just feels good. Oh, you just defined why I like pattern matching so much. Pixel Hero, what the hell did you say, Pixel Hero? Oh my goodness, I can't even. Pixel, I like patterns so much because it makes me feel like I'm physically operating on the structure. It makes so much more sense. Yes. Yes, I like that. Okay. All right, operators in the base and the standard lib. OCAML standard library. Let's see, hold Oh shit, it's almost 1. I told you it wasn't gonna be a long string. I gotta get going. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I already gotta go. I gotta go play Elden Ring with the kiddos. I told them 1 o'clock. We're going deep in Elden Ring. We're going deep Elden Ring.
No wonder it looks like dog or Astro. Chill. Astro, relax.
Okay, bye. Have fun. Thank you.
Astro, calm
Thank you.
down.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Take care of the kids. Yeah.
Newsflash, buddy.
Trumper, no, I don't want to watch
Newsflash,
not
buddy,
safe for
all
work
right?
AI-generated programming debates.
Let's take it down a notch. Let's
I
take
don't
it
want
down
that.
one
I don't
notch.
want that.
We're all the way
Have
up
a good
here.
one. Thank you. Bye. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Yo, BK, I think
was fun.
I think you and I have a date on Discord later.
It was a lot of fun.
today.
I had a lot of good times. I hope you guys had a lot of good times too. Bye. I'm very excited about OCAML. I feel like I could love OCAML. I'm just super unfamiliar with functional syntax. Thank you, Ted. I put a lot into that course. I went all in on that course, okay? I went all in on that course. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody. Take care.